So you heard about acupuncture, maybe you've seen some pictures, you have friends who have done it, you want to find out more about it, you want to get it done, and maybe you just want to do it at your home. This is a form of what they call traditional natural medicine. We're going to talk about it this morning. Dr. Morgan Hayes, he's a doctor of Oriental medicine. He's the owner of Trident Sports Acupuncture. Good morning, doctor. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Okay, so I think a lot of us, if we don't know a whole lot about acupuncture, we think of it, we're getting poked with needles.
Correct.
So what does it do? I know there's obviously a lot more to it than that.
Basically, we're balancing your body's energy, your natural energy, in an attempt to help your body heal itself.
Okay. So who's a good candidate for acupuncture? I know some people, friends of mine who are athletes, get it done if, say, like their knee or their ankle is hurt or something. Is it used for that? What else can it be used for?
Well, we can treat a variety of conditions. Obviously, pain is the #1 condition that people would see us for.
So something's hurting them.
Correct, exactly.
Okay.
So we can treat, we can also treat allergies. We can treat gastrointestinal issues. We can treat we can do rehab after surgery. We can relieve the amount of pain that you might have experienced during a surgery.
Okay, so I mean, in a nutshell, in like 20 seconds, how does it work? You put some needles in, and then that treats all of these different things, whether it's like my knee is sore from running, or you talked about allergies or some other issues too, stomach issues.
Correct. Well, consider your life's energies flowing through channels in your body. Okay. And the acupoints, the points along the surface of our body where we put the needles, act as kind of a gateway or a key, and it helps activate the flow of that energy. When you feel pain, we talk about it as a stagnation of your chi energy in that area. So we're basically using a key to open that channel to let that energy flow naturally.
Okay.
And that's from the Chinese point of view.
Okay, you spent 3 years in school to get your Doctor of Oriental Medicine.
That is
so
correct.
You're not just some guy coming around in a mobile van poking people with needles. Let's
no, I
emphasize
actually
that.
have to get a license from the state. Yes, sir.
And I think the biggest question, does it hurt? You're poking people with needles.
It should not hurt. You
Okay.
should feel something, but it should not hurt.
Okay.
At the most, it may feel like plucking a hair out of your arm.
Oh, okay. Some of the pictures right there. Let's talk about this. How quickly after you do this can you feel some relief from all of this?
Well, in most cases, you probably won't. You could feel relief immediately. It's really hard to tell from person to person how they're actually going to respond to this.
Okay.
Some folks absolutely do not respond at all to acupuncture, but most people do, and it's probably within 12 to 24 hours.
And is it something where you have to have a number of sessions, or is it like a one-time thing can help?
It really, you have to understand, it didn't take you a day to get injured.
Right.
So it's probably not going to take you a day to get better, so yes.
Okay, I think real quickly here, you're going to try a couple
Absolutely.
of oh, no, we're going to do that in a few minutes. We're going to do that in a few minutes. I apologize. So you're going to stick around.
Yes.
We're going to do this in about, 3 or 5 minutes or so, something like that. You want to find out more about Dr. Haynes and literally mobile acupuncture, because a lot of people are busy.
Yes.
You can go to the office, you can go to the home.
Your home, your office, your event.
Whatever works. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. You also do kinesiotape. We'll talk about that in a little
do.
bit. But yeah, Dr. Morgan Haynes is here. I'm getting acupuncture as we speak. That's why I have my pant leg rolled up. Dr. Haynes, so we're doing it. I run a lot. I don't really have any issues right now. Knock on wood. Thank goodness. Some wood. So, but you're doing stuff into the knee. So keep on going and kind of just describe what you're doing and what this would help with in this case for somebody, please.
Well, for instance, runner's knee, where you have a tracking issue with your kneecap. Okay, this can really help with alleviating the pain and the inflammation that you feel.
Okay.
In addition, I would probably want to put kinesiotape on you afterwards.
You are what?
I am
licensed?
I'm a
certified?
certified kinesiotape practitioner. Yes.
Okay, and we actually had, I remember just, okay, that one it felt a little bit there. We actually had Dr. Kinesio on not too long ago. That stuff was
Kaze?
created. Yes, yeah, Dr. Kaze, I'm sorry. Was created here in New Mexico. So you do this, and it's really interesting because you will go to people's homes and businesses
That is correct.
to do this.
Yes, I actually don't have an office.
Okay, so what kind of clients do you have? Like who's a good candidate for acupuncture?
Actually, anybody who has aches and pains or any of the issues that we mentioned earlier would be a good candidate.
Okay.
Just because I'm billed as a sports acupuncturist doesn't mean that I won't treat other things.
You don't have to be some super athlete. And the
Correct.
same with kinesiotape too. I
That is
think a lot of
correct.
people think that it's like, okay, I got to be some crazy athlete, some triathlete, marathon runner, huge biker
Right.
to get benefit from this stuff, but that's not true.
That's not true. In fact, I mean, most people have some sort of aches and pains in their joints.
Oh yeah.
That could be easily alleviated by an application of the tape.
Okay.
And it really is, it's crazy good.
Okay, that was my leg right there. Are you going to put in one more?
I can put in one more.
Whatever you think is best. We had another or so left. So I have a question. Like, say my mom, a couple of years ago, she was in a car crash. She had some like back pain.
Yes.
Is that something that, like, because I know a lot of people have that issue. They have an accident or something or a fall. Is that something that acupuncture or the kinesio tape can help deal with in a natural way?
Absolutely, yes. In fact, a lot of the clients that I do see have back pain, either chronic or acute.
Okay. So I should say, it doesn't really, there's one of them I got a little bit of feeling from. So in a normal session, how many
Yes.
needles do you put in? How long does a session last?
A normal session would last anywhere from, well, the initial session would probably last around an hour because we would do an interview, we would do a functional assessment of whatever the problem was.
Okay.
The needles will stay in anywhere from 15 to 45 minutes, depending on how I determine your constitution will handle it or not. Obviously, you're a very fit guy. You could easily handle 45 minutes to an hour with needles.
And do you move around or do you stay quite still when you have them in?
You pretty much need to stay still, and you would know if you started to move your leg around. It would remind you that there's a needle there.
Gotcha. Okay. And once again, I don't want to stress, it does not, despite what one might think, it really doesn't hurt.
No,
you
it
feel
should
like
not
a little
hurt.
prick, that's about it. I kind of felt like when you put one in the quad, like a little tingle
Correct.
go in there. And you talked about this before, touched it again. So am I going to feel something later in the day from this? Am I going to feel something tomorrow? Or is this just an example and it's kind of like you got to go get more done to really make a
Well,
difference?
if it's the first time that you've actually had acupuncture, you may actually feel the needles where we put the needles in there for the rest of the day.
Okay.
Okay. What you should probably feel would be if you had soreness in that knee, a reduction of that soreness or an increase in mobility.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So that's pretty much what we expect.
I also want to mention with the mobile business, if folks are racers or if they have events or kind of athletic events, you go out to those as well and do some of the kinesio taping. It's great stuff, but it's really hard to do by yourself.
It is
I
very
tried
hard to
it
do.
and that failed miserably.
Yes, an assistant is really very helpful. Now, your knee, for instance, is probably pretty easy to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'd be happy to come show you how to do that.
Okay, that's very good stuff. Dr. Morgan Haynes, you want to find out more about him, more about acupuncture, more about having him go out to where you work, where you live, head to our website, casa.com, click on the blog. Now we talk about how do we get these things out of here.
I'm just going to pull them out.
You're going to pull them out?
Yep.
Okay, very easy. We're going to go to break. We'll be right back.